The concept of cash has been around for centuries, but digital is transforming how we all interact with money. But cash use is growing. Currency in circulation has increased by more than 7% year on year since 2009, and 2/3 of all payments under $10 are made using cash. So how do we blend cash and digital together to bring cash into the digital era? Good morning, I'm David Carr.
I'm Andrew Barnett.
And we're with Fiserv, leading provider of mobile banking and payment systems. And today we're going to show you how we're bringing cash into the digital era. Digital offers the best experiences, but we still need cash from time to time. And as we start to use our mobile phones as our wallets and we don't carry our cards with us anymore, we need to make sure that we're keeping access to get cash out for what we need it for in a way that's really mobile-centric. And so that's what we're going to be demonstrating today, a digital innovation that lets us get cash out of an ATM using our mobile. What this means is it means you don't need to bring your cards with you anymore. Your cards can't get lost or stolen, you can't get skimmed at the ATM, the mag stripe won't wear out. And if there's a new or replacement card in the mail on its way to you, you can start transacting with that card straight away before the card even gets to you. So you have all the benefits of the card without the downsides of the plastic. So as well as the benefits that a user receives, financial institutions also benefit from reduced card management costs. So let's have a look at how it works.
So what you're about to see is David's iPhone screen, and once that comes up, in the bottom right-hand corner you can see the Genius banking app. Genius is a fictional bank, and this is the corresponding banking app for Genius. We use this app to showcase a lot of our mobile innovations. Some of you may have seen this in past Finovates and other conferences, and so we're going to show you our innovation for today. David launches the Genius app, and he's prompted with a login for Touch ID. We all know that biometric logins are easier to authenticate than complicated passwords. So Touch ID is something we put on our product roadmap because we think it's going to increase user engagement going forward. So David authenticates using his thumbprint. He's taken to the Genius landing screen. You can see there's a ton of functionality in there. But what we're here to show you today is a subset of the wallet function, and it's essentially how we're going to generate a virtual ATM card and withdraw cash from this ATM machine using the virtual card that we generate through the wallet. So David launches the wallet. Once we're inside the wallet, you can see cards that are already there. This is card management from the device, so you can turn these cards on and off. You can block certain transactions. You can set up a whole host of alerts from the device. This is one subset of what we think a mobile wallet really is, and this is something that's slated for release as part of core product later in the year. But what we're here to show you today is not card management from the device. It's how we can generate a virtual ATM card from the device and use it to pull cash out of this ATM. So David's going to generate a new card by saying new. He's going to withdraw card-free cash. He's going to select the account and the amount that he wants to withdraw. And then he's going to confirm that selection. Because we authenticated using our thumbprint, we're prompted with step-up authentication for a second form because we're moving money, just an added layer of security that we've incorporated into our flow. So he authenticates using his password. And then you can see the virtual card is issued. The access code right there at the top is valid for 24 hours. He can generate a one-time PIN, and you saw the map zoom in at the bottom showing him where ATMs that support card-free cash are located. Those ATMs are essentially, for the purposes of this demo, part of the Fiserv Excel network. So what he could do at this point is walk to this ATM. He could plug in that access code, generate the one-time PIN, and pull the $60 out. So that's the first use case we essentially want to show you, and what we really want to show you now is how we expand on this by incorporating other elements such as wearables in the form of David's Apple Watch, the iBeacon that's in this ATM, as well as Fiserv's enterprise alerting platform. So we'll show you that now, and the way that that has to work is we have to enable what we're calling Genius Premium. So at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, David chooses to learn more. Here's a quick overview of what Genius Premium is. The next screen, making card-free cash withdrawals easier. That's what we're essentially going to show you. The next screen, lounge access, is all about using iBeacons to make the branch experience easier upon entry. And the last screen is essentially what we're changing in the app to make these options available via Genius Premium. So David's going to go Premium at the bottom of the screen, and you can see the card has changed colors from gray to gold, indicating his new status. And now he's going to put the phone in his pocket and walk outside and start going to the ATM to pull his card-free cash. So puts the phone in his pocket, starts walking outside. As he's walking and he gets closer and closer to the ATM, the iBeacon in the ATM, once he gets within a certain proximity, communicates with the device. Fiserv's alerting engine sends out his PIN code to the device, which is synced to the watch. And once he receives the PIN code, he can essentially plug that into the ATM. So you guys can see the watch here. That's just, as you know, an extension of the phone. What we want to show you, though, is the view details and essentially action this alert that was sent to the watch, because this is a specifically designed UI for the Apple Watch. So we've extended the mobility platform into the wearable space with a specific UI and UX designed for the watch itself. So you can see card-free cash, $60. There's a spin of 1659. There is the map to the ATM location of where he is. Because it was set off by a beacon, he's pretty close. He's reasonably close because the beacon set the alert off in the first place. And at this point, he's going to go to the ATM and withdraw the money. So he goes over to the ATM machine itself. He starts the card-free cash flow, which is a menu option in the ATM, and plugs in the PIN that we saw, 1659. Hopefully this is stable enough so you guys don't get motion sick. And the transaction's being processed, being dispensed. The cash is going to come out here. So we see the cash coming through, and then we essentially see the corresponding receipt print. And so that's essentially our innovation to bring cash into the digital era and essentially bridging the digital and the physical. I mentioned about in-branch access using beacons as well. We're using beacon technology for a few different innovations, which are all rolling through our Genius banking app. We can showcase these more at the booth. We can talk to you about what really happened here on stage, because there was a lot to coordinate to get this to work. Essentially, the beacon communicated with the iOS, which communicated with the app, which communicated with the platform, and the alert registration database, and then APNS, and then APNS set the alert back to the device. So it was quite a coordinated effort. We can expand on this in more detail at the booth, as I mentioned, as well as talk about some of our other innovations that we're working through. So come and see us, and hope to see you there. Thank you.